Hello guys, welcome to DaddeeCraft, and today we are going to be, what did I say we were going to be doing?
Well, I'm making light blue concrete back here in our new concrete machine.
Today
what are we making that for?
We are going to make the hotel.
Yeah, we're making light blue concrete for the hotel, aren't we?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is we made this machine. And do you want to tell them how it works?
You place concrete down. Then you pull the lever. See? Right here.
Good job.
And then you dig it. Oh, careful for the lava. Then you'll get burned and lose all your stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't think we have any lava here though, do we?
No, but I have primary diamond tools. And mostly I done an accident a few times by digging the obsidian.
Oh, because because lava's underneath obsidian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
I didn't want to see it.
I don't think there's any lava underneath that obsidian. I mean, I placed that obsidian.
Is there really a resource that I can do?
A resource that you can do? What kind of resource?
Like later we have to do adventures on season 100 because this is season 99 right now. And I'm tired of losing all my stuff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're going to lose anything unless we're in the nether where there's a lot of lava or we're down in the mines.
Oh, that's bad.
You don't like the nether?
Because there's captain villagers and stuff that's dangerous.
Oh, were there captain villagers in the nether?
Yeah.
Last time you were there? I don't think they're there anymore.
And there's no way I can, do this work.
Thanks for the concrete.
You're welcome. Wait a second.
What?
Is there no place that there's something that I can do in my house and Stone in season 1, it's all about place your stuff in the package.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Which is my ender chest.
Oh,
What?
I see.
Doesn't look very good. The mice house doesn't look very good when it's too small. Nice ice cream shop, by the way.
You did a
I've been
great job.
running for hours, as I knew. I've been digging this so well that I never see Captain Illagers anymore.
Okay. And what are we going to do in the hotel? What are you doing up there?
Digging so I can place light blue.
Okay. And where are we putting the light blue?
I don't know where.
Where? You don't know where?
Where
are you going to put the light blue and concrete in the hotel?
Between that light blue square.
You mean in the floor?
Mhm.
That's what I was asking.
And then we remove that blue and place the light blue so it can accidentally matching. And then I don't have any light blue concrete. So when I'm hungry, I'm learning to eat my vegetables. And I ate them all so I can move back to eating my steak. And, oh yeah, I don't have any blue concrete.
Well, you have some right there.
I know.
You just made a whole bunch, right?
Oops. That was my own mistake. I wish I had Silk Touch on my pick, but now I do. Right?
You have Silk Touch now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's the end of this part of the episode. Do you want to say bye?
Bye-bye, guys. I love you, and always stay kind to each other. Mwah.
Hello, and welcome back to Daddy Dash. That was Dash herself. Isn't she cute? Well, she had said in the last clip that we need to expand the demise house. So, I'll let you see right here. That is indeed expanded. As a matter of fact, it's turned into a factory. On the first floor we have a stone making machine so we can make stone and cobblestone and trade it with the villagers below. On the second floor there's a kelp farm, and on the third floor there's a sugarcane farm. That's as far as we've gotten. I was planning on putting a smelting system into the fourth floor, but it was a long way up, and Dash wanted to expand her house while she was at it. We decided on a tree house, and I'll take you over to show you the work we've done so far. You can see it behind me. Now the only entrance right now, we've got two entrances in. One is the secret entrance. You climb this tree here. And the other entrance is through ladders at the back of the building. This is inside the tree. We have a hopper system here that's connected like the storage to the storage room, It's a hopper system that's connected to the storage room the same way that the storage room is also connected to the factory over here. So everything gets shifted into the auto sorter down below. So there isn't as much to put away after you're done with anything that you've been doing. Over here, you can see most of this is finished, the original skyscraper. Dash is calling this the lava temple. And there's just a few portions of cobblestone left. Out back is the train station that leads to the abandoned village. Got your ticket center there. And then up here is the train system. The lava temple hasn't been finished yet, but it's coming a long way. I'll bring you around so you can see all the sides. At some point, I guess we'll build houses along here. This is going to be Hobo Alley, actually, so I wanted to build RVs along here and tents. And then we're going to build houses in the suburb over there. We'll come over here, get a better view. So the last job that I had lined up was going to be an administrator for a tutoring company. And that got canceled, so I've had some time while looking for online work, which I haven't been successful in finding. Because of the pandemic, there are really no office positions, and because of my back, I can't be standing all day. So my options are limited, but I have been a music teacher in the past, so I'm looking to teach online music lessons. I haven't been successful in finding students yet. So I've been playing with Dash online. She's at her mom's house, and we log on together and we talk through FaceTime audio while we play on our realm. So those are the buildings we've been working on. I'll take you down below to look at the storage system if you haven't seen it before. Oh, you know what I forgot to show you is the inside of the lava temple. So we're going to go through the storage system, and then I'll take you to the inside of the lava temple. That's where I've been homeschooling Dash online. These are all our villagers. We've been trading with them for emeralds. And that's how I've been buying the quartz to complete the lava temple, because as if you've watched in the past, you'll know that I've been replacing all the cobblestone I originally built it with the more expensive quartz. So we'll take you up to the schoolroom, the classroom I've been teaching Dash in. And that's right in here. And we were working on Roman numerals. We went all the way up to 15. I was having her write sentences and spell. And we were working on ones and tens place. And then there's a second floor up here. And you can see down to the nether portal. And then I want there to be an elevator coming up, maybe. If not an elevator coming up, then one going down, because the storage room is also down there. And then there's going to be a hole here with a hopper train coming down, because all of the buildings are going to be connected. I want everything to be connected with a tunnel or a pathway, and there is some more work. I have to go and show you the hotel that's not finished yet, and the inside of the factory as well. So this needs to be finished, and something will go up there, and then I'll show you where the hopper train goes down to. I have the fence gates in there to keep the pigmen from getting out, and here's where the hopper train is going to go. This goes down into the storage room, and then the hoppers are going to go along here and down into here. And then I'll take you up and show you the sorting system. This is the back of the sorting system, and all of this locks the hoppers into place so that they only hold one item. So the fact that they only hold one item when you pass items over them means that only one item gets deposited into these chests. So now, the other thing I have to show you is the view that I've never shown you. Back here we have a little, this is the break room for the villagers, and access to the storage system, so you can do maintenance on it. But up here is the view that I was talking about. We have a collection of drowned over here. We have a dolphin up there. I'm going to name that dolphin Flipper. I just haven't brought a name tag out yet. And then we have a view over here. That is a llama in a boat in the distance. And then there's a little cave system in here that I lit up to keep more mobs from spawning. And then the last thing we need to show you now is the factory, the insides to the factory. So we'll just run over here and use the Dash's water elevator one more time. Oh, the factory's the other way. In case I've never pointed it out, this is our enchanting room. The one in Dash's place is for if you don't have any levels and you want to do a quick enchant. It's more for that and decoration as well. But this is when we have 30 levels. We come down here and we do our real enchanting. And there is a whole bunch of equipment here. Never mind that zombie. We've got a couple of zombies trapped over here in case we want to use them with the villagers. And then we've got a couple of captains trapped in jail here. We're putting the captains in jail now instead of killing them and drinking milk. Part of it is we don't want to raid, but to be honest with you, raids don't matter because we just go downstairs into the storage room and wait it out, and eventually they go away on their own. So we just don't bother them, and they don't come out because they can't get down there to the villagers, so they just give up after a while. Anyway, here's the factory. The first floor, like I was saying, there is a chest that leads to the sorting room in case you want to put something away. And that will automatically get sorted down there. And then over here, this is the stone making machine. It's water and lava and a whole bunch of pistons on a clock. And you just sit here and you just grind them away. They fall into the hoppers, and that goes into the sorting machine. You can use different types of axes to get different types of stone. And then upstairs, oops, if I can use the elevator, upstairs, I'm installing lighting here, so excuse the scaffolding. This is the kelp farm that I made. Kelp farms are kind of broken right now, but they are going to fix them, so I'm just being patient, and when I want kelp I just come here and plant it, and it works for a while, but then it stops working. But this is my little AFK spot for the kelp farm and for the sugarcane farm above us. It's a nice little spot, and from here you can see the hotel we've been working on. That hotel isn't finished, but we are going to be we're working on the main lobby right now, and then after that there's hallways. There's 2 different hallways that branch out underneath the hill there, and we're going to put hotel rooms in there, and maybe house some villagers in there as well. So then we have to get, I haven't really thought through a good entrance and exit, so now I've been swimming there. Then we'll go up and show you the sugarcane farm. Take some of this with us. That's the ice cream parlor. I'll take you in there before we're done. Here's the bottom part of the sugarcane factory. It's a minecart hopper that goes around, collects all of the sugarcane from above that gets kicked off of the plants, and then just turns around and dumps them in that system over here. There's a little bit of redstone back here that just stops it, lets it dump, and then sends it on its way again. Up here is the top part of the sugarcane factory. Some of these aren't triggering, but the other ones do trigger, and they're wired in sequence, so a whole bunch of them go off at a time. So I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, that should trigger. Once it gets to the observer there, it should trigger. I'm not sure why it's not triggering right now. Oops. I really do need to finish that skyscraper there. It's going to look beautiful when it's done. It's so close. One of the things we lost when we lost our save file was that skyscraper. I had already finished it. So it's the second time that I've built that specific one. So I've had a lot of practice at this point. It's meant to be kind of a dark tower. It was meant to be a dark tower, but I wanted the illumination of the white, so I changed it to a white tower. And it's kind of been symbolic of kind of like cleaning the soul and spirit, just replacing all the dirty cobblestone with this pure white quartz. But I'm going to be happy to be done with that building, and we'll be able to get something else in there. So that's the factory so far. We do need to get a wheat factory in there, and we need to get a carrot factory in there. I forgot to show you the ice cream parlor again, so I'm going to take you around here. This is the, oh gosh, I guess we're going to have to add Emily to this. I'm going to have to show you some footage of a previous recording I did. So we'll take a look at that. Maybe I'll replace that with white, but I mean, at some point it has to connect to the stone bridge. Maybe I just need to bring it up one level. I think that's probably what I need to do. But I can't. I don't know what to do there. Whoop. Undertow. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Emily. Oh, well. There goes the cat. Okay, now you've seen that. That's pretty sad news. We're going to have to add another another grave here for Emily. Or we might just try to resurrect her. I think we might try to resurrect her. But yeah, these are the first horses that we had that have passed away. But enough about that. Let's go have ice cream. Come around here. This is the hotel I said we've been working on. I do have one villager locked up in here, so it's blocked off. We'll avoid that zombie. That's a trick, by the way, if you need some extra time. Hi, Mr. Skeleton. If you need some extra time, they don't go through scaffolding, so you can put that down to give yourself a little more room. And then they can shoot through the top of that, but they won't go through it. I don't know if he'll shoot if I do that. Maybe that will keep it safe. Well, we'll leave it open as a experiment, and I'll get my axe just in case. Oh, I gotta get something here. I should mention really quickly, Dash built this entire place by herself. Okay, here we go. So this is the back of this is the menu for the ice cream parlor. And then we have our tables here. I think this is working. They don't even see me. There's not even a line of sight there. Huh. Interesting. So we'll come in here, come through. Oh. Good job, villager. Good job. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Where are you going? This has turned into a fiasco. We got to get that villager back. Do we have anything we can get him back with? Is there a crafting bench in the ice cream place? We need to get a boat before he gets eaten. Is there one? No, there isn't. Oh, there is. Okay, quick. Dive over the counter. First we need some wood planks. Then we need a stick. Then we need a shovel. Then we need a boat. Okay. Then we need to run over. Get this guy before... Where did he go? Where is he? There he is. Where is he going? I lost him. Okay, do we have lanterns on us? Doesn't sound too safe around here. And how am I supposed to get him in a boat? Well, that's one way. I suppose we'll just light him up and block him off. Come back for him later with a minecart system. So that's the ice cream parlor. We did have a villager in the hotel that we've been working on. I'm going to replace... These are blocks. The dark blue blocks, ignore them. They're just on hold. We're going to replace them with other blocks, more fancy blocks. We're going to work on this whole facade. That's a placeholder. And then in here, ignore the dark blue again. And then Dash has been putting this in. Then we have one doorway going here. And this leads to a whole bunch of rooms. I had that closed. We're going to have rooms in here. And maybe villagers over here, so we don't have as much lag down there with the other machinery is. And then if we need more room, there's actually another hallway that goes way down there, but I just have it blocked off right now just to give it a nice clean look. I just wanted to finish the front office and the facade before we started putting in more rooms. So it's just kind of an idea of what's going in here. Maybe I don't know where to put the front office, maybe in that corner. Maybe put a dance hall and a stage here. I can see that. Maybe a couple tables and then a dance floor and a stage, an elevated stage there, speaker system. So that's what's going to go over there. That's going to be the eventual destination of the villagers, so they're not crowding the storage space and lagging everything up. This we're going to have to connect into the storage system as well, probably. Through here. And then it's all going to be a very slow hopper chain. So it will just load. It won't drop items, but it's not going to be immediate. Everything that you drop in there is going to take a while to filter back. But it will eventually filter back down there where the storage room is. It's really right underneath us at this point. And we need to put a chest in here that leads to the storage room too. All of the hoppers over here in this automatic shearing system. This is an automatic shearing system. Every time that a lamb walks through here, it gets automatically sheared. And all of these hoppers are connected to the main storage room, so I can just put things away out here too. Of course, if I want a more elegant solution, I can come in here. This smoker is where we cook our food, and that leads out to the storage system as well. I'm actually then carrying this food back up here, the cooked food in this chest, because I don't have a chest down there for cooked food right now. And I do want to keep it up here because this is where we cook food and eat. This is supposed to be the kitchen room. So I might, as silly as it may sound, make another item elevator and have it shoot up here and deposit the food, the cooked food, in here. So that's probably what I'm going to do, because I still want access to to the storage room from all of these buildings. It's just a matter of programming everything in that needs to be programmed into the storage room and getting everything else sent back out that we don't want. And this is where I've moved into, because the villagers moved into my my bedroom in my home base. This is Emily number 2, I think. So we resurrected her. She has 9 lives. So this goes down to the storage room as well, in case I want to put something away. And then this door goes into the storage room. I had to change the axe that we had on the wall. I had to change it into a fish, so I could have a staircase that made sense with the artwork underneath it. And this is where the villagers sleep currently. I've got a couple iron golems down here, and they're keeping them safe because pillagers will spawn down here. They'll spawn anywhere. So in Bedrock you have to be very careful. Even if it's lit up, they'll spawn. They'll just show up with their crossbows and start killing all of your villagers. I had to work these guys up to masters again, and I had gone through the task of burning all the guys that don't sell smooth quartz. They sell pillared quartz. So I have to go through burning all of them again so that I don't get attacked. That's the only way you can get rid of them. And then they run around and set the carpet on fire, so it's quite a spectacle. But that's another thing I have to redo. And then the other thing I was talking about having to redo, every now and then you'll get a villager who gets trapped up here, and then they trap you with him, and you have to try to... There you go. Then I'm going to have to bring him back in a boat later down there. So that's one of the reasons I want to bring these villagers up there, so they stop. They're in our hair at their point. They're sleeping in our beds. I've moved into the guest house underneath the kitchen because I don't have any room, because they're sleeping in my bedroom over here. So yeah, they're everywhere. They're eating our food. They're using up all our space. Yeah, look at my house. My house is just, they're just trampling through it. These beds are taken at night by the librarians, who I actually appreciate because they sell us some nice books. But you're sleeping in my bed, and they're not paying rent. They're making me give them diamonds for their work. Okay, I mean, not diamonds, emeralds. See, they've got me so distracted I can't even have my words straight anymore. So yeah, these guys have to move out and into their own place in the apartment. Not the apartment, the hotel that we're building. But that's going to be a long way away. Me and Dash still have to finish our factories and our smelting unit above her place. So we're going to have to put up with them, let them work in the storage room. It is convenient because I can just trade with them and drop everything back in, and it gets sorted right away instead of having to go through, It's bedrock, so 4 chunks are loaded at a time. But I think I'm kind of pushing the boundary at this point, so I have to be over there in the loaded chunks for the hoppers to unload into the next chunk. So it's going to take a while and some traveling and some AFKing to do. But still, it's not really that far away. I don't have a chunk. One of the rules we had when we started playing is not using any plugins that make it easier. So I don't have a chunk plugin. There is a way to figure out and count chunks with a redstone clock, but it's a little complicated. So I'm not sure from the back of the hotel if we can get up. We can't see behind the Demise factory. But from the back of the hotel over there, all the way to underneath me, I'm not sure how many chunks that is. The storage room basically stops right here where the blue building stops. I do need to make over here a hopper chain that leads into the storage room there, and then it's going to have to tie into this system right here below me in order to get to the beginning of the chain, if that makes sense. And then I also have to bring another one. I need to bring these over to the top of my starter base down there. So I have, once we get the villagers out of there, I have a access to the input of the sorting machine. There he is right there. You're taking up my room. You're taking up my room. Pay some rent. So that is about all we have. I think I've shown you everything. This is our manual farm over here. And my only other dilemma is whether or not these are, I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier in the episode, but yeah, we have captains. So my only other dilemma is once we have the farms on top of the factory, whether to keep this for the look of it or to tear it all out and put another building in. My thinking is I'm going to have to tear it out because it's close enough to the sorting room that it can be used as another building, and we can send more stuff down to the sorting room. I want as much of the area. That's why we're building up in the main center here. I hadn't originally intended on doing that, but because the sorting room ended up below my starter base, between my base and Dash's base, we're building up now because chunks load up. So as long as we're in the area, all the vertical space is loaded. So we just have to be conservative with the horizontal space. I don't know how I'm going to add a second or third floor to the blue house there, but we were creative and added a tree house to Dash's place going up to have more access to the sorting machine, the main storage, because that room took so long for us to build. I really do want to use the sorting room for everything. So yeah. So I will probably, once we get the factory producing wheat and carrots, I'm going to tear all of this out and we're going to put another building here. So Eskeltown is slowly being turned into a city. Well, I flubbed my outro, so I was about to re-record it. I logged in, and look who's sitting here. The Captain Pillager just sniping the villagers off. So this is what happens every now and then. They just show up, and you don't have time to do anything but protect the villagers. Now we have a raid going on. The nice thing about it is it does line up all of the villagers. Except for that one over there freaking out. See? They're like a nice little army here. If only they'd actually learn to fight back. I mean, they've got guys that can make weapons, they've got numbers, but one illager shows up and it creates havoc. I don't know why the iron golems weren't going after him. Oh, because he was in the back there. I'm gonna have to block that area off. So we're gonna get rid of our extra stuff. And just in case another couple show up, I'd like something better than clippers to deal with it. Although that is my battle axe there. So I'm gonna grab a sword and some arrows and a bow. And then we're just gonna go upstairs, grab something to eat, and wait until the raid's over. So I'm going to finish the episode now. I do want to thank you for tuning into my, I guess it was a world tour this episode. I brought you around pretty much everywhere in Eskeltown. We're almost finished with 2 skyscrapers now, which is pretty impressive since I didn't even start the first one until this whole quarantine began. And you've seen everything that we've been working on. The farms are somewhat successful. I mean, they're built right, but they're very, very slow. So I'm not sure that I'm going to see a return from them right away. I don't know if I want to build another sugar farm with Dash or not. She might not really have the patience to sit through all that. It's a little tedious. So who knows what's going to happen next, but I'm going to wait out this raid here. Make sure there's nobody else around. Grab some arrows. Drink some coffee. And that's it. I do want to thank you for tuning in. It's been an incredibly long episode. I'm going to keep it pretty long though because I do want to show off everything that we've been doing. And thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and remember to be kind to each other. We're going to run up here and make sure there's no, I'll show you, there's never any, if I can get up, there's never any pillagers once you come, except for the guy over there, but we trapped him. That's a third between the last take and this take. We got another villager and trapped him over there. I just have to get him into the jail cell now. But yeah, there's no raids coming in. I don't know where they end up going, but if you just wait here long enough, they take care of themselves. If I log out and in a couple of times, it helps the process. But the raid numbers will just go down, and then eventually it will just go away. Usually I'll log out, log back in, and it will be gone. One time I just sat there long enough and actually got I got the hero effect. But there, that's it. So we're just gonna sit here, enjoy the view, and wait for this to pass. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. This has been the Hobo Gamer, and you've been watching DaddeeCraft.